Starting the stream. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Ross Aviation stream. I am going to be reviewing and giving basically a small demo of my brand new, extremely rare, one of 120 in the world, JC Wings 1 to 200 scale Pepsi Concorde. Now, I purchased this off of eBay for about $400. More like $395, but basically $400. And I got it in the mail today, meaning I had to go pick it up. But I mean, it's fine. But I'm basically going to be showing you guys the kind of things to expect from this Pepsi Concorde, and its many features, which is cool because it has the functional droop snoot and the movable afterburners / reverse thrust. So, without further ado, I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit before we start, just because I'm not really satisfied with how my camera is. So excuse me while I adjust the camera. There we go. There we go. That's a lot better. All right, let's back it up a little bit. So again, this is 1 to 200 scale, so it's going to have a lot more detail than your 1 to 400 scale aircraft models. So, I guess, where do I begin? Let me get my tweezers real quick. I got some nice fancy tweezers, guys. They're my pink and blue ones. Nice for this review. But I guess I'll start with the droop snoot, which is the kind of the most iconic thing about this aircraft. Let me trying to focus the camera, but it's kind of crap. There we go. Here, let me move the box out of the way. We will talk about the box very briefly, but I mean, let's be real now. You're not here for the box. You're here for the model. So here it is. I'm gonna move it down. Okay, there we go. We got the droop snoot down. And then, of course, I guess it would be better if I did it with this hand. Basically, we're just gonna take off this small canopy piece here. This is very, very small, so yeah, you can barely see. It's like the size of my pinky fingernail. It's very small, so would not want to lose that because that's very crucial, and that also technically adds value. But as you guys can see, the detail on this is extremely exquisite. I want to show you guys the pitot tubes that are actually on the nose, but since I'm streaming on YouTube, my camera will not really focus on it, but you can kind of see it. It is these two very faint lines here on the nose. You might also notice the Air France, what does this say? Groupe Air France. But yeah, it's the Air France group because Pepsi leased this Concorde with the Pepsi paint scheme from Air France. So, of course, it is very, very interesting indeed. Now, if we back it up here a little bit, we can start to see the main model itself. Let me move it just a little hair. We're gonna move it like that. So there we go. You can see the tail wheel, the registration, which is Foxtrot Bravo Tango Sierra Delta. And this Concorde in real life is unfortunately in the Air France colors. So it is unfortunately in the Air France livery, but it is preserved. I forgot what museum I think it's either the Paris or Toulouse Museum. I'm not very sure. So correct me if I'm wrong. But of course, we do have the Pepsi logo, and if you look at the top of the wings here, it says Pepsi with a couple of lines. So that is very good attention to detail. And here we have just some, it's very shiny. I don't know if you can see it, but you can really kind of see the reflection of my hand. Like, that's how shiny it is. I shined this when I got it, because when I originally unboxed it, like about 2 hours ago, it was kind of dusty, so I just grabbed my microfiber cloth and one of these. I forgot what they're called. But yeah, this is a cool thing that I use. But yeah, so you might also notice the gear. Unfortunately, this does not turn as I thought it would. Yeah, it's fixed. The wheels spin, though. That is actually surprising. Like, these wheels do spin. They're kind of stiff, but I mean, they do turn. Caleb's Aviation, how are you? I'm good. But yeah, another important note about this Concorde model is the fact there's only 120 of these in the world by JC Wings. So I'm very fortunate to even have one of these, especially because of the price and value of this model. And of course, I am growing my 1 to 200 scale collection just JC Wings because they're my favorite brand. I am biased. If you don't agree with me, fight me. I'm teasing. But in all reality, this is one of the only exceptions when it comes to my 200 scale collection, and that is because my collection actually has a time period. Now, my 1 to 400 scale collection will be taking place between 1995 to 2002. So that's a relatively good time period, especially because of Northwest, Concorde, and TWA and all that. And then my 1 to 200 scale collection, which is just JC Wings, minor, a couple of exceptions, will be taking place from 2007 to 2009. The reason I chose those years was because of the fleets, the liveries, and just like the overall nostalgia feeling, or like the nostalgic feeling of I just saw a comment. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so AvGeek573, I have to break character. Don't worry, I'm covering myself. I never cough on this thing. Did Bro really touch his model with his bare hands less than a month after he told me not to? Okay, to be fair, I don't have gloves at the moment. I have them coming in the mail soon. And I have a microfiber cloth right here, my guy. See? Look at it. It's right here. But I only touched, like, the leading edges. Like, touching the leading edges is fine because no one will notice that. Like, if you touch, like, the bare fuselage, do not do that because that is just really big of a pet peeve. Don't touch your models with your hands. Anyways, back into character. I do have some dusting to finish up. These seams are very touchy, if you will. And just I did not touch it. I was just demonstrating. I didn't actually touch it. It just looked like that because it was close, but I didn't actually touch it, I promise. But I am currently dusting my model here. You got to be careful with these, especially because they're very fragile. So just very nice light brushes. Anyways, back to the model. Let's give it a nice little spin. I do need to invest into a turntable. That is something that I need. And oh my goodness, it's very pointy. But did I enjoy the Thunder over Michigan Air Show? I absolutely did. And the F-16 pilots were staying in the same hotel as me, so I said hi to them. You better bet, since the F-16 is my favorite plane, or at least one of, I definitely had a blast. They definitely witnessed an av geek out. I don't know if you knew this, but the F-16 was my profile pic. Honestly, most of my YouTube channel, most of its history. Although it was Concorde at one point in time. Actually, a couple points, because I remember last December that I did change it to Concorde. And for those of you that witnessed it, I feel sorry for you, because that was ugly. But yeah, this Concorde model is very peak in like every single way. Let me read the comments. I was only 45 minutes away from my home and I missed it. I mean, I guess you could also just like go to Willow Run and just go, because there was actually a lot of people that like weren't watching the air show like in the airport grounds. There were actually a lot of people that were like just around the airport fence just watching planes. And actually, I do remember when I was going to the parking lot, one of the F-18s from the Blue Angels, it went supersonic right over my head at only about like 60 feet above me. Did you know that the Concorde once flew to Battle Creek, Michigan? Wait, really? Battle Creek? That's crazy. Their airport isn't even that big. Like, if it was Grand Rapids, that's understandable. I mean, 747s went to Grand Rapids. But, like, Concorde, that's crazy. But anyways, we're going to take it off of its stand, and since I don't want to touch my model, we're going to use these two things. A pipe cleaner and a bracelet, which is actually really good for shining. I just did this to it, and it looked really shiny. So we're going to use it. The Concorde flew over there because students from Western Michigan University College of Aviation were going off to work for British Airways and IG. Requested a ride on the Concorde. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, Concorde is my favorite airliner, other than the 747-400, but I never would have thought about that. That's crazy. But we're going to hoist it up here. Just gonna... And don't worry, this is not risky at all. I already did this a few times. We're going to put you right over here. I already have the Careful SpongeBob meme playing in my head. And it's annoying. All right. We're going to put you over here. All right. And we're gonna hoist it up a little over here just because I want to. I want to get the Concorde to a different position. There we go. All right, so now we get to look at the Concorde on the ground. And we're going to get a little closer here. Here we go. And as you guys can see, clearly the Concorde, it's a little fun fact, and Michigan is the only state it ever visited other than the coasts. That's crazy. It also visited, I mean, it did all, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Concorde actually did go to Detroit Metro one time. In Wisconsin, yes. I am going to Oshkosh next year. That is my thing next year, going to Oshkosh. And also visiting the MTS model stand because they have JC Wings and Gemini jets there. So I definitely got to pick some up. And my buddy Bennett's Aviation, or Bennett the Spotter, he went to he went to Oshkosh this year, and he actually got a Spirit A320 and Delta 767 300ER by NG, by the MTS model stand. So it was really good. The Concorde probably went to KBTL because Kalamazoo. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so if we look at the Concorde here, it's very. I went last year and this year, and Osh was epic. Yeah, seeing the Pratt and Whitney 747 SP, that was a treat. Which, by the way, JC Wings went to 200 scale. They actually have the Pratt and Whitney 747 SP, although it's the other one since Pratt and Whitney has two of them. It wasn't the one that went to Oshkosh, although the JC Wings model of it actually features the fifth engine. You know the president of MTS. I need to like see him because the Concorde might come back. That is the literal worst prank I've ever seen. And yes, I feel like I know what you're talking about because for Flight Radar 20 on Flight Radar 24, on April Fool's Day. That was interesting. Seeing a Concorde on April Fool's Day with like almost like a million like freaking views or whatever. Like that was crazy. I saw the 747 SP at Kosh. Yes, Kosh is amazing. It's truly a thing. And I mean, seeing the DC-8 for the very last time was kind of emotional, not gonna lie. Although I actually have seen 3 DC-8s. One of them was at the Willow Run Airport. I know which one you're talking about. Or I know you know what I'm talking about because there's one at Willow Run. Very obvious. You literally can't miss it. And the one actually flew over my house. I saw it on Flight Radar 24. I have a picture of it. It's not good at all, but I have proof that it flew over my house. It wasn't the Cemetery and Purse one. It was the, like, just a random cargo DC-8. By the way, are you going to see the Ford Trimotor at TVC in a few days? Yes, I am actually. Although I've already seen that exact Trimotor, like, a few times already, so I mean, if I miss out on it, I don't really care because I've already seen it. And I've already been inside of it, so. DAL 717, I don't believe you. If you're talking about the Boom Overture, that doesn't count, okay? Boom Overture will never be Concorde, okay? Concorde is Concorde, and Concorde will only be the Concorde. There will never be a true successor because, bro, you're not fooling me, bro. You're literally not fooling anyone. Literally no one else in the chat is fooling, like, not even being fooled by these mischievous messages. It literally will not ever come back, okay? Concorde was so expensive to operate. I've also been to ATL. Very first 747. Oh, yeah, I saw that video. No, the Concorde might come back. Bro, you're literally not fooling anyone. Caleb's Aviation. I know him in real... Well, I used to know him in real life. But I know for a fact, since he knows a lot about aircraft, I know for a fact he already knows that Concorde will never come back. Okay? It's too expensive to operate. It's old. Have you even seen the cockpit? I mean, it's a literal headache. I mean, you literally walk into the Concorde cockpit and you're about to faint because there's so many dials and buttons. Because, okay. So, the thing about Concorde is that only certain people were qualified. And there is only, I think, like 4 or 3 Concorde pilots still alive. Okay? And also, not to mention the fact that getting qualifications for Concorde was a very time-consuming process. See, Caleb gets it, okay? Even though it's amazing and it's gorgeous and it's just amazing, it's it's a failure, okay? It's iconic and it's amazing, but it's a failure. And the only reason it flew was because their governments literally forced British Airways and Air France to operate them because they already were built, so why not? So France decided, you know what, we're forced to operate them, so let's try making money with them. And I mean, for the first couple years of making the Concorde Air France's flagship, it was successful until a little something came up. Sonic booms. Yeah, those exist. And it didn't really take long for Concorde to get banned over land. Yeah, see, he gets it. Caleb gets it. Air France 45 night. Bro. Okay. We get it. The Concorde crashed. We get it. I know. I actually do really want to go to Paris and like see that memorial. I want to see the memorial, like just where Concorde crashed. You know, we got to pay respects, guys. Can I get some RIPS in the chat? Can I get some RIPS in the chat? I also love Concorde, Caleb. See, Caleb is such a valid guy. Like he's such a valid guy. I mean, Caleb and his red Cessna. I mean, like, bro, you can't get any better than that. All right, let's see. I want to read the chat. Rip. Yep. Me too. I want to see it. I really want to see a lot of aircraft before they retire because I know a lot of like A380s and everything. Yeah, there's one in DC, one in Seattle, and one in New York. There's also one in the Caribbean. Hold up. Gotta go. Saw Squawk 7600 BRB. Okay. Toodaloo. I mean, hey, it's not a 7500, so at least we know 9/11 what happened. That is a joke. I take everything I just said back. I mean, no disrespect to any people who are mourning the losses of 9/11. Please don't cancel me. Okay, I apologized. I want to play nice. But seriously though, if you squawk 7500, I have two words for you. You're cooked. That's what I gotta say. You're just cooked. Or I mean, I guess you could try to get the U.S. military or like some sort of military help. Although if you're in Iraq or anywhere in the Middle East, then I guess you're kind of cooked because they're not really gonna help you. YouTube is listening to what you say. Well, you know what? YouTube can mind their own damn business, okay? Besides, I got alts. I got like 7 alts. That's an amazing Concorde. I know, right? It's so beautiful. And actually, let me put the stand in the background just because it looks good. Yo, that's actually a W rhyme. I need to screenshot that. Yo, that's crazy. 70. Yo, 76, need my radio fixed. 77, we're falling from heaven. Yo, Where did you learn that? I guarantee you that's like slang terms for like pilots or whatever. That's actually genuinely amazing. I never would ever would have thought about it. Oh my gosh, that's actually crazy. Oh yeah, by the way, I want to show you actually how big Concorde. It's for pilots and FAA exams. Yo, that's crazy. I'm gonna remember that forever now. And then also, how should I go about this? Okay, yeah, okay. So we all know, how big a Sharpie pen is, right? Chat. So you guys know how big a Sharpie pen is, you know? So here we have a Sharpie pen, okay? To show you guys how big this truly is, we're gonna place. It's actually a lot smaller than you might think it is. And I'm not even joking, the Sharpie pen is almost exactly the same width of the fuselage of this model. It's a little wider, but I mean it's almost just as. Whoa, whoopsies. Luckily it didn't break anything. But yeah, so here's like a comparison. It's like right directly over it. So it's about let's see, 1, 2, 2.5-ish. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, if you guys can even find one of these, please get it because it's rare. And again, only 120 of these exist. So by all means. Any questions about this Concorde that I might be able to answer? Show us the back landing gear. Okay. I really wish I had my glove. Just one of the gloves will be fine. Dude, what happened to my gloves, bro? Where did they go? They just all disappeared. And I refuse to touch my models. I refuse to. Unless it's the leading edge, then I will. But overall, I would never touch my models. How should I go about this? I mean, I guess I could hold it with my microfiber cloth, I guess. I don't really want to do that, but again, I don't really have a second option. I actually have not seen the bottom of this aircraft quite yet, actually. This is my very first time. But yeah, I mean, it looks really good. It has the brakes on it, which is actually kind of surprising. These are fixed in, so they don't actually Also, my landing gear is crooked. I just realized. But that's fine, because it's not ever going to be in a display. I mean, it might be, but I mean, not right now. But yeah, here it is. You can even see the Pepsi markings on the. There it is. But yeah. Imagine if the wings had fallen off. Well, actually, the wing literally can't fall off because it's a part of the fuselage. So this is all one piece pretty much. Which is cool because it works. Repainted in the Air France lip. I mean, the real one was, yes. I don't know what you're trying to get at. But yeah, so technically, AvGeek573, the wing can't fall off because this is an entirely one solid piece. I mean, mine are, like, other than, like, the droop snoot and the landing gear, and, oh, yeah, also, if we, turn this around, we're gonna back it up here just a little bit. But these reverse thrusters actually work. So, here, let me show you what I mean. Oh, oops. So, the afterburners do move. Which is really cool. I think it's actually kind of like an interesting feature. It really brings the Concorde to life. That's what I meant. Do I have a 717? I do have a 717. It's a 1 to 400 scale one, so it's not like as big, but you know what I mean? Yes, I do. A bro is speaking in all French. Oh my gosh. I bet if I just like touch the... There we go. Look at that, guys. I found a loophole. I found a loophole on how to touch my Concorde without it, like, getting all greasy. I mean, even if I wash my hands, it's still greasy because there's just natural greases in your hand. Anyways. But yeah. We need the 707 back now. Okay, guys, I have a question. Are you guys ready to answer? All right, guys, here's my question. Should I get another one of my 1 to 200 scale JC wings out? Because I have the ANA 747-400D in the blue Ohana Pikachu Jet livery. And then I also have a 1 to 200 scale JC Wings Lufthansa A340-600 in the Star Alliance livery. And no, I'm not getting both of them out because they're massive. They're like really big. They make this Concorde look really small. Which, I mean, it kind of is small, but like not really. But yeah, should I? Wait, where did you see a 747-400D? They don't fly anymore. Like, not a single one still flies. I mean, I guess there are a lot of them in the boneyard. Have you ever seen an ANA 747? No, because they're all gone. They all retired in 2014. In 2013 and stuff. Japan Airlines and ANA were the only operators in the 747D. It was like a special variant pretty much just for Japan. Bro, I'm saying get it out. Pinal Air Park, Arizona Scrapyard. All right. Wait, so which one should I get out? The A340 or 747? Sorry for the background noise, by the way, guys. Bro, that's crazy. Calling French baguette is crazy. ANA 747. All right. Well, Caleb is the only person actually listening to the stream, so he gets his wish. Now this one is not as rare, but it is pretty rare. Since 179 of these exist. I'm gonna move Concorde out of the way for just a minute because I need to get out the ANA 747. So if you guys could bear with me here for just a moment, and I will be back with you guys mentally in a little bit. Okay. Let's... Oh, nope, you can't change it now. I already got the ANA 747 out. Yes, it's huge, by the way. Like, this thing is ginormous. Like, it makes the Concorde box look really small. But yeah, let me... Here, you guys look at the Pepsi Concorde while I get this thing out of its box, because it's big. I voted 747. Well, I mean, the 747 technically is better in pretty much every way. Let me see. Wait. This thing is incredibly heavy. Oh, it's upside down. That makes a lot of sense. All right, guys. 747-400D is my favorite variant. I mean, I don't blind. I mean, I'm more of a simple guy. I just like the normal one with winglets, the ER variant. I do like the BDSF versions, which are like the passenger ones converted into freight. I like those ones because they're like given another life. But yeah, you ready? You ready for the big reveal, guys? I got it. It's under this piece of foam. You guys ready to see? All right, you ready, guys? You ready to see, guys? I need W's in the chat so that I know you guys are ready to see it. Let's see it. Okay. Caleb gets to see it. And actually, I'll turn it towards you guys so you guys can actually see it. All right, guys, you ready? Here it is, guys. Here she is. I call her Big Beautiful Blue because that is exactly what she is. Big, beautiful, and blue. Now, again, I've already made a lot of videos about this one, so I'm not going to really talk about it a bunch. I'm just getting it out to... Oh, dear. This is very ginormous compared to Concorde. Let me read the chat real quick. W. Okay. Well, okay. Here we go. take away the plastics. And now the real question is how to get it out, because okay, well, ooh, that is really stuck in there, isn't it? Well, let's try. All right. This is where I should really start investing into gloves. Because right now is not the greatest. Here we have the landing gear. It has the green panels because this livery has green on it on the belly. Let me... Okay, this one, I don't really care. Let's just flip the bitch over and hope that she doesn't break any of her very fragile antennas. Here we go. All right. Oh. Okay. I have a lot of gears here. Okay. Here we go. All right. Now, how to get this... Okay. We will take care of this all later. I haven't seen chat in a minute. I did get it out. She's so heavy, in fact, that the box that I'm supporting her on is not even being supported. A350 is overrated. I agree with that statement. I gotta go. Talk to you later. Oh, okay. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am just gonna put all the models on my dresser. That is what I'm gonna do, and that is what I'm going to keep on doing.